We're seeing the biggest market drop in 2 years following the tariffs President Trump announced on Wednesday. The market's closing with the Dow dropping about 1,600 points, the Nasdaq following close behind, dropping more than 1,000 points, and the S&P 500 fell by more than 250 points. Iowa's News Now reporter Faven Zodi was live in studio tonight with a look at what's next for our everyday living costs.
Nicole, just one day after President Trump announced new tariffs, including a baseline 10% on all imports, experts say the stock market is having its worst day since the economy crashed due to COVID in 2020.
What we see in the stock market today reflects the probability that the tariffs will continue or disappear in the future.
The stock markets ended on a record low Thursday, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropping by 3.9%, the Nasdaq nosediving by 5.97%, and the SPF 500 plummeting by 4.8%. UI economics professor Dr. Eric Lee says those numbers are directly linked to the president's new tariffs.
The stock price dropped immediately after that announcement in the Rose Garden. There was aftermarket trading where the stock prices dropped about 4% afterward.
But Lee tells me those tariffs might be temporary.
So we're sort of kind of in the middle there right now, where the market goes down 5%, thinking that this is gonna be bad for us. This might continue, but there's a possibility that they'll be pulled back, that they're merely used as a negotiation tactic. In which case, the investors will put the probability on the tariffs being removed and the stock market going up again.
While President Trump is promising the markets will bounce back.
Big thing. The markets are going to boom, the stock is going to boom, the country is going to boom, and the rest of the world wants to see, is there any way they can make a deal?
In the meantime, Iowans are bracing for rising prices across the board, and the state's ability to export goods could also see some blowback.
It definitely could hurt Iowans. Iowans depend on, as I said, the farming, and so it's going to be a little bit more tricky to export to some of these countries.
And like many economists across the country right now, Dr. Lee warns the new tariffs could tip the U.S. into a recession.
Heavy tariffs can definitely lead to a recession, but a recession is formally defined as just a couple of quarters with negative growth, and it's very likely that if these tariffs continue, that a lot of countries will have a couple of quarters at least with negative growth.
Now, experts say we will see the effect in many sectors of the economy, but that there is a possibility of the market recovering. However, they say consumers should prepare to pay more for goods. Live in studio, Faven Zodi, Iowa's News Now.